Congratulations, season 3. How does it feel going into season 3, knowing you've got 8 nominations, 8 Emmy nods for season 2? Does that raise the stakes a little bit?
I don't ever feel the pressure to raise the stakes of what we've built or built on top of, but I am filled with pride. You know, I'm very proud of the group. The entirety of the show, you know, getting a show nomination, some individual nominations, it's really a testament to folks that are talented and care about the job. And, you know, any good graces that come my way because of Jack, I honestly just reflected back on you know, the amazing artists that kind of touch Jack, because I'm the guy that wears the mask, but everybody else contributes to who Jack is.
And let's talk a little bit about Jack. Obviously now we know how he's died. What can you tell us about his backstory that we'll see in season 3? Will there be any more unfolding?
Yeah, I think for Jack, it's about what makes this man that we all have fallen in love with. You know, what's kind of what are the things that have happened to him in his younger years that have turned into this man that loves his wife, loves his family, and, you know, gave everything he could to them. So we're going back in time to when he was in the service, when he was in Vietnam. We're going to meet his brother, which we know very little about, but we know was a big impact on him. We go a little happier times outside of war, and we get to see Jack and Rebecca in their early courtship, which is going to be fun. Mandy and I are super excited to play happier times because I feel like she's cried enough tears for like 10 years.
Listen,
yeah.
We've all cried enough tears with this show for 10 years.
Totally.
If you had to sum up this season, what type of cry would it be? Happy cry, sad cry, this is so good cry. Like, what cry are we doing?
Oh man, we're doing all the cries.
All of it again.
No, I'm sorry. No, I know.
I'm emotionally exhausted, Milo.
So far, we're not doing the, like, we lost dad cry.
Okay.
Give it time. We will get there this season. I'm sure. I mean, what is This Is Us without, like, those heavy tears?
Fair.
Yeah.
Toby and Kate, married life. What can you tell us? How is that going for them?
Well, you know, dynamics definitely shift when you get married, even though they were living together. But there might be talks of starting a family again, and what that means, and is it a possibility, and how does that affect them individually and as a couple? All of that really changes a relationship.
Will we see some happier times? We saw like a glimpse of, it seems like a depressive moment that Toby's going to kind of slip into. Will we get some laughs, some smiles, or is it going to be hard?
That's the thing, we always have laughter. There's always levity, but it just seems like we are crying cathartically much more. But no, there definitely are some amazingly hilarious moments.
Season 3, we've heard you guys are breaking all the rules. What does that mean? How are things different from the first 2 seasons?
Boy, I wish I could tell you, but it's
just give me some.
You know, it's a lot of individual stuff going on. So, for example, with Beth, there's going to be a lot of stuff with Beth internally going on. So, in other words, it doesn't necessarily have to involve Randall and the kids as much. It's really about what's going on in her own personal life, her struggle, finding herself, seeing herself in a different light. You know, what is it to have your core shaken, you know what I mean, sort of your identity shaken. So, girl, I gave you a lot right there.
I was going to say, that's so much more than thank you. Talking about Kevin and his journey, we saw him leaving for Vietnam, taking off with Beth's cousin, right?
Yeah.
What is that all about? Is this going to be a romantic journey? Like, what can you tell me?
I think he's open to that. I think he's also very careful and cautious. He's aware of where he is. He's just out of rehab. He's still sort of rebuilding everything and in a very vulnerable spot, and I think he respects that as well.
Yeah.
So I don't think he's eager to necessarily jump into anything with any sort of force and pace. I think he can slow it down and actually enjoy the moment.
I think season 3 is going to be the best season yet.
Yeah?
Yes, I think it's our most ambitious, but I think we've earned it after 36 episodes.
Yeah.
People know who these characters are, they trust us, and I think it allows us the freedom to, sort of expand the universe a little bit.
Absolutely. And speaking of the ambition of season 3, we hear that you guys are going to be breaking all the rules. What does that mean? Well, how is season 3 so different from 1 and 2?
I think that we've shown throughout the first 2 seasons and 36 episodes that we can have an entire episode dedicated and devoted to following just one character and their story, and I think there will be more of that this year. And just jumping even further into the past and maybe spending some more time in the future, there are no rules this year.
Will we see a happier Rebecca as she sort of moves out of the grieving process?
I think it's going to take some time for Rebecca to sort of find her footing as a widow and as a single mother.
I always love that laugh
You
you
know what it
give.
is? What this dude Dan Fogelman does is he's not afraid to reinvent the wheel. And every time people think they know what's about to pop off, he gives you something completely different. Like to date, we have shot in New York City, we've shot in Memphis, we've shot in Las Vegas, right? We're going to be going to a couple of other places this year. And the fact that we're doing this on a network television show is kind of like unprecedented.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're leaving the country this year.
Beth and Randall, what can you tell me? We see Randall in the future, but not Beth. Should we be nervous? Are we worried?
Let's see.
Your non-answers are the best answers, by
Thank
the
you.
way.
I appreciate that. I'll tell you what you can see from Beth and Randall. You can see a relationship going through a tough time.
Okay.
They have different needs and different desires at this point in time in their marriage. They are not going to be apart from one another.
Yeah.
But you see the real struggles that it takes for a marriage to succeed.
Any shirtless scenes this season? The people want to know.
I think you're going to see Justin's been working out real hard.
Okay.
He's been in definite preparation for a shirtless scene. Give me another couple of weeks, and I'll try to get it tight.
All right, we'll give you 14 days.
Copy that.